I'm Poclaire Wamba. I come from Cameroon. We speak French and English. And 2008, somehow I must be honest with me at that time. I mean, later on, it was somehow a mistake for me to leave Cameroon to Cyprus, but also a huge chance for me in life, for me to discover who I am, really, or how far am I able to go to. So 2008, I went to Cyprus to finish my study there. And in Cyprus, I faced directly the problematic of the language. We went there, we went to study in English, but outside it was free. And I realized you don't do nothing. You can just stay on the university, but outside you won't be able to do anything. So I and one of my friends, we went out and we wanted to learn the language so that we could interact with the society there. I will be honest, we faced a real no. Even at school where we wanted to pay that time, it was no. For which reason, don't ask me first. So we still decided, okay, since it's not that way, we're gonna invest ourselves, buy stuff, buy the books, buy the CDs, and learn it from home, and we did it. It was not 6 months before, I mean like 3 months after I arrived in Cyprus, we then decided to buy the books and to buy the CDs and start from home. We learned, I and my friend Christian, he's in Canada today, and 6 months later, we were the first ever student in Cyprus to sign a legal contract. There were no before us, someone that could, let's say, shaft or arrive, could sign any student contract, legal student contract. Just for which reason? Because of the language. We could express ourselves, not so high, but at least at the level where, at the level to follow up the conversation at the work. And remember, we were working for €2 and a half an hour when we didn't have a document, and later on we had 6, 7 euro. It's today, it should be today in German nothing, but we worked for it, 2.5 to 7 euro as legal student. Still, it's making me laughing. Anyway, I finished in Cyprus, and opportunity were absolutely nowhere there. Absolutely no. It was, the education was, do I leave Cyprus or to Cameroon, or do I see another opportunity somewhere in Europe? I got another opportunity in Germany. I came in Germany, don't ask me why, how, I arrived in Germany. And as I arrived in Germany, I faced what a lot of you guys, or maybe a lot of people are facing also. I was an asylum seeker here in this country. 2012, I faced a huge deportation. I will not get into the details, but I faced a huge determination. I think, or I'm sure again today, what makes me stay here is because when I came in this country, the first thing I did, I had my computer and I had my phone. The only thing I did 6 months long was language. That's the only thing I did. Day after day, I was just learning out the language. And I'm definitely sure it's the thing that makes me stay here, that's still today. And even that makes me come to where I am. So now coming back to me again, I am the CEO of the chauffeur of a company called WAMB Consulting. We deal with finance, finance accounting, tax declaration, crypto, finance Buchhaltung, tax, I say tax declaration too. And how did I come to WAMB Consulting? In 2013, I think. Makonda, who just came here, was my first motivation. I started in Germany with insurance, to work in an insurance company where Makonda was working, and I was so impressed on the personality. And I was like, I need to copy it. He had the kind of same story like me, and it really inspired me before. So 2014 or 15, I think so, I got from the, after I could fight back the deportation, I got my Aufenthalt, and the day I think I had an interview with Makonda in like today, without document. I had no document, but I went to an interview, and after Makonda, I remember very well. After Makonda heard me, he was the judge like, I take you today. Then at the end of the day, he asked me, where are your documents? And I said, sorry, I have no documents. It's like, shit, man, why? And so I was like, okay, I think it's gonna come some one of those days, and when it's there, I will come. Believe me, when I left that office that day, I got a call from my lawyer that day, you have your document and everything. I mean, I just covered it in and I said, okay. But since, as I got my document, as a lot of you guys know, it's not all. Even behind those, depending from the kind of Aufenthalt you will see in Germany, there are still some bound, like for students, you are not allowed to work for yourself, and particularly what I had to do in the insurance branch that time was I must get myself self-employed, register self-employed in Germany, but my Aufenthalt was not allowing me to be self-employed at that time. So I first fight, nothing. They told me at the immigration's office, no, you can't. Then I decided to do 1 or 2. I had already a family here, so I was like, I need to take care of my family. So I quit it. Then I started a business back in Africa. I had a huge, I would say, catastrophe, let's say like that. I got my complete shops in 2018, burned completely, and I was like, what the fuck? Went back here in Germany, and I was like, I was walking on the way, in the street once, and I was like, I realized that I'm talking to myself, that I'm not more behaving. I mean, it was not nothing. I mean, it was a huge 5 numbers lost, and it was a matter of 5 to 6 years work, hard work, no? And I was like, what does I do now? I mean, like, am I lost? Am I gonna make something back one of those days? Then somehow I realized, hey, first I went to register myself in a psychiatric institute first. I was sure I'm not more the same. Like, I need my peace. Then I took my like 1.5 months there, like really just concentrating as I think the other company. Yeah, exactly. He just said concentrating on myself. Who am I? What does I want? Where do I want to go? And how do I do it? Then I realized, oh, you have learned. You are an accountant. So why don't you take it? And like another one said, I had anticipated with something that a lot of people does not know or does not do. Don't wait till you face the Anerkennung aspect of your diploma. Do it as soon as you come here, because it will be asked one of those days, or it may be asked. So I did it before, so I had my the Anerkennung of all my diploma that I did. So I could easily, after the fact that I realized, okay, I can manage with the tax, with the accounting, I could easily choose what I can and where I want to go. Actually, I wanted just to recycle myself in accounting and finance, and like, I never thought about taxes. No? I mean, it was not in my plan. Then, as I went to the formation centrum, I realized there's taxes, and I was dealing with business. I worked in Germany. I never really thought about, because back home, who cares somehow? I mean, who knows even what is tax? I mean, how does that work really? It is in our state, but how many people really deal with it? I mean, you know, they really few. So me too, I was asking myself, what would have I done in case I had to face it really strongly here? So I said, I want to do it. And I get something that I love to have because it really motivates me. No, du kannst das nicht. Es ist nicht für dich und so. Hä, was? Genau das möchte ich machen. Exactly, that's what I want to do. After any kind of no, I said that's what I want to do. I could make everything to get the test. I did the test, I passed the test, but still there were still a no because of my house pressure. I mean, the house builder was like, as a tax advisor, how will you communicate with Germans? I mean, I believe that's how she think, because everything was there. I mean, I had the Schriftliche text was done, and normally I had the right to start, but my the way to speak was for her was not convincing. Then I just tell her I need two things. Either to my lawyer, because I have the right to do it, or you give me 6 months time, a chance of 6 months time. I got my 6 months, and I started, since the day I started that thing, I'm just passionate on it. Passionate on two aspects. First, it's a must know for everyone. Second, is the first and all reason why the foreign community in Germany will and are failing always. It's the only. And then after almost 500 cases that I have worked on, in 500 cases, I had to optimize the 500 cases. I had to explain either you have did it somewhere or no. I have to explain and show the people why is it important. I believe there are people here that maybe have not yet done their tax declaration. Maybe they are also thinking, oh, tax declaration, like what everyone says. If I do it, I will have to do it, or maybe I'm not even concerned about it, or totally getting wrong as a self-employed what to do. I'm a Kleinunternehmer. Right? And maybe I don't have to pay taxes and so on. So I wanted, and I used this opportunity to just to send a message. Guys, it's the most important stuff of us here. We must understand how it works with taxes. The opportunity behind are so huge. I have people that have come from zero in tax. Let's say they never did, and get in 1 day 5,000 in their hand for 4 years only. Or unfortunately, you can't do it. You can't do as a normal employee. Employer. Yeah, you can't do it as a normal Arbeitnehmer for more than 4 years. So imagine how many people. I found a lot of people that have not did their declaration for 10 years here. There are people that have the Klarsteuer They are like, oh, I don't need it. When you don't need it, that means the government is just like happy of it. If they had they had to take something from you, guys, you will be written a long time ago. I mean, giving an offer, and I mean, you will be obliged to come and do it. So there's no way you guys will think again, or it should be spread again that the tax declaration is not obliged. It's obliged for everyone. It's just somehow, I mean, they will go to some different as they go to others. Like the one, if I have this Steuerklasse 1, 2, 4, and 6, somehow you have paid all what you had to pay, and mostly more if you have no other sources of income. And when we do the declaration of social people, we realize that they they take a lot, not they can't take a lot, they recover a lot. But most important is, from that part, it is important to understand that in the future, you have to understand it if, for example, you want to be later on a self-employed. How does I come from the Arbeitnehmer, from an employee, to self-employed, to an entrepreneur, with the trick of the tax? Because there is a lot of way to win in between this changing. Why even I'm changing to it? I would just assume today it was a kind of presentation. I would love to have a session where I could definitely take some specific area of tax or accounting for those that are already entrepreneurs here, and explain specific stuff that will help you guys definitely on how to think and to see the tax declaration, the tax aspect again. Apart from it, WAMB consulting was also because no one helps me as an African. I needed an African to talk to me. I couldn't find that one. And today, and I said, let me give my own. So I'm there also I'm not just specifically concentrated in finance, but I'm like open, and there is a lot to share, and that's what I'm on my way to do. Thank you very much.
A groß Applaus noch einmal.